To get us started, I would like a word that is incredibly fun to say.
Kumquat.
Kumquat we've done! Our first show! Yeah. Neutrino.
Neutrino. Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Faster than light.
Huh?
Neutrinos go faster than light.
Something about faster than light. I'll take it.
She's an actor.
I had something in my eye that day.
So I married an actress. I know.
It was very dramatic.
It was weird how we met. It was almost like Da Vinci Code. She was on a tour of Los Alamos National Laboratories.
I was singing all over the country. I was in the Poor Folks tour.
I had been inside a tube that spewed electrons at billions of gigavolts ever since I went to college. So like 10 years, except because of all the light speeds, it felt like 20.
I was known to be really fast.
I was known to not groom my nose hair.
It was love at first sight. I could feel sparks radiating off of him across the crowded theater.
And it was more than just chemistry. I'd actually overdone my radiation limit for the year.
When they turned the lights down, he glowed in the dark.
I know. I couldn't hide my affection for her. I didn't watch a lot of TV. I had to ask what show she was on. I don't know what How I Met Your Mother is.
He was radiant.
She was interesting. I was just used to grad students. I was used to journalists. I was even used to poorly informed pop culture and science writers.
I was used to really handsome men.
That's hitting below the boson.
But I couldn't help it. When he wrapped up so snugly in his blankets like a little tube, I thought I could protect him from all that harms.
I like to get close to her and whisper that our electrons are jumping back and forth from each other's hands.
That kind of gives me cootie alert, but I'm okay with it now.
We're all made of electrons.
It's nothing if there's not that spark.
I know, which leads to static discharge.
Do you want breakfast, dear?
You should let me handle it.
And you handle breakfast.
I will handle that pan.
You never handled the pan.
I handle the panhandler.
And now you say you want to move up and be the panhandler yourself?
I'm only handling pans till the panhandlers. Just go sit down and I'll...
Awfully strange. 1, you're never up this early. 2, you're dressed. 3, I don't think you know how to cook. Todd, where did you learn to do that?
Took a class while you were on that crochet retreat. How to cook like a total badass.
You learned from me?
I want to be more of a man for you.
Well, it's not a...
Oh, you're my stairs, right?
These are not very manly things that you're doing.
Well, how am I going to take care of Mr. Egarita there?
Well, I don't know. I don't know either. And if you're the one who cooks now...
Well, plenty of things to find to do.
Well, no, what am I going to do? It'll just be me and this guy.
Or girl. We're not going to say.
I think I'd like to cook now. No, I'm pretty sure that's, I mean, I'm all for, role reversal and us being together and all, but I'd like to cook now. I'd like to go back to my very safe gender role, please.
We come over here and cook together. I can switch with one arm tied around.
No, that's okay. children.
What's a modern liberal guy do to stop you from the ultimate redneck trifecta?
Let's see what I can do with sausage. You know, that class was really, that was not really my thing.
No, 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 it was sweet. It was...
Don't burn it.
I won't. I'm...
That gender role's demanding. What?
You can't backseat cook. If I'm gonna do this... Look, I know you're very good at this, but you can't backseat
In 5
cook.
minutes, turn eggs.
Maybe I'll turn them right now. They look done.
Recalculating.
Yep, they're done.
Add salt. For the love of God.
Oops, I spilled some.
Oh, that's mature. That's mature. I don't know where the baby is.
I don't know how to do this. I know how to do that.
Genetics will take care of this.
You don't know how to do that.
We'll figure that out.
But if you know how to do that, then what do I do?
We'll do it. I'll do what you do. You do what I do.
I'll do what you do.
Yeah. And the baby won't remember anything long enough for us to stop making big mistakes and just remember us as pretty decent parents.
Okay, you beat me, I'll beat you.
Again? God. I'm going to start chafing.
Listen, this motorcycle ride was your idea. I'm gonna hold on tight.
Lexi, I need a break. I'm fairly sure there are things that are welting and blistering that have never had welts or blisters before.
Thomas, you have no idea.
Call me by my biker name.
Big Bad Thomas? I know that because I can read the back of your jacket on the motorcycle.
Well read.
I've always dreamt about this moment since I watched Grease 2.
This is probably the best thing to come out of that sequel. You know, when I was in college, my nickname was Thomas the Dank Engine. You want some?
It's a little hard to hold on to, but I'll try. You have to get that close.
Yeah, it's a long one. There's fatties and there's longies.
I'm hoping you're a little of both.
So, where to next on this road called love? Or is it the ride called love and the road called life?
Yes.
Next stop, metaphor.
Let's make a U-turn at cliche.
Let's go to a roundabout at destiny.
And take a stop at serendipity.
Ooh, but we gotta stop at this McDonald's or I'm gonna pee myself.
Oh, thank God. Oh,
Oh.
I haven't kept it spread for that long.
We're way more glamorous on the bike.
I gotta get rid of a bug.
Me too. Crawl.
They're everywhere.
Well, I mean, so we've had our 5 days on the road. this still going to be a thing whenever we're back at our house? Low-speed relationship? Is that us?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, maybe we won't go as fast when we're home with the kids.
I have heard more enthusiastic responses to, "Are you ready for your colonoscopy?"
Thomas, this was a dream. This is our 10-year anniversary, okay? I mean, it's not going to be like this. I mean, we can pretend anywhere out here. Nobody knows us. You can pick me up at a bar, and everybody's going to go, "Hey, look at that. They're totally going to get it on." They don't know we've been doing it for 10 years.
But why is the best part of us pretend, and the real part of us dreary?
Because we got married. It's different. I love you, but it's a comfortable love.
I love you, but...
It's not. It's not.
Text message from the babysitter. I'm not going to answer it.
It's not the same kind of sparky electricity kind of thing. It's more like your favorite house shoes, or
Oh, wait, so I smell like a shoe.
or Thanksgiving dinner, something that you really look forward to. Maybe you don't get to have it all the time.
Getting warmer.
It's like a big fuzzy blanket that you get to wrap up in, and it keeps you warm.
Big and fuzzy, getting colder.
It's like having your best friend with you all the time and not having to worry about pretending.
That's the sweetest thing you could ever say. Hey, the bike's still running. It's kind of like having a vibrating mattress. It's not a 24-hour McDonald's anyway.
Do I have to put a quarter in to get a ride?
I don't know. I'm your best friend. Maybe I'll spot you the quarter. I wrote her a nice long letter.
And? Send it off?
Yeah.
Good, you sent it off this time.
Yep, set it up.
Should let the mailman pick it up?
Said fax. Special letter. Don't trust the postal service anymore. They don't know how to run a business. No more Saturday mail anyway. No more Tuesday mail either.
That means that 2/7 of the world's pen pals will be lonely. Tuesdays and Saturdays work.
That's right.
No more waiting by the mailbox. It's the part of life. Just
Think of all those old people waiting for junk mail.
junk mail. For old people.
So what about you? Did you talk to your crush?
Yes. And she remains unscalable.
Uncrushable.
Uncrushable. Like a cliff face. Just gorgeous and bare and
People jump off the top of her to their deaths.
taking pictures of me in the foreground with her in the background, but she doesn't know that she's the monument and I'm posing with her.
That's good. Did you write that down?
No, she'd burn it.
Burn her or burn the letter?
Burn the letter. I write my poems on the backs of Polaroids. And then I send them.
Nice, kind of like a cheap-ass postcard thing.
Make yourself!
Because they don't make Polaroids anymore. You know, they don't send letters anymore.
Not on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
You know, my girl hasn't written me. Your girl, your cliff face, hasn't written you.
I'm not going to write you to satisfy
No. No. But you're onto something. Crisscross.
You think I am going to get a response from your girl and you're going to scale the unscalable?
Let's switch girls.
The girls that we don't have?
Because we don't have them, they'll never know that we switched. Crisscross, just like that Hitchcock movie. Except it's not murder. It's murdering our loneliness.
Murdering our loneliness. We'll lay waste to our ennui.
Yes.
We'll obliterate our enemies.
We'll destroy our despair. What does
does she like?
What is her name?
I will trade you details.
Is flatulent? No, that's not.
Don't use that word with her.
Okay.
Listen to that.
Loquacious. My girl is tall but fair. Okay, she's plain.
I'm writing with my left hand. Will she notice the slant?
My girl's not very smart. Maybe she won't. Would you say your girl is well adjusted? Is she fond of flowers? I'm going to write this in French, or what I think is French.
Does your girl like doodles? Because I've doodled.
Did you diddle or did you doodle? You did. Not bad. Really?
Really? It's possible. I just folded yours up. I didn't even read it.
You should read it.
It's beautiful.
You did read it.
Did you improvise that haiku?
I did.
Ours is a new love. Never can there be another. Love quite like this one.
And you included a limerick. There once was a girl from Debussy.
Don't read that!
They're all missing out.
Especially on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Well, I guess it's back to the Dukes of Broken Hearts.
The Earl
of Eeyore. The jackanape of
Just Us. Just Us. I'm just gonna fall in love again, you know.
yeah, with another girl. But as long as there's a post office.
As long as there's a Debussy.
I know how to run a business. All right. I am a business woman,
I got free tickets to the opera from the radio.
but I don't know how to date. I'll be quite honest about that. I usually just walk up to a man and say, "Let's procreate." If he says yes, then I escort him to my car. If he says no,
I was in the lobby of
Never
the
had
Cimarron
received.
Opera, and I had extra tickets from 103.5.
anyway, my
the
personal
Weasel.
assistant told me I should get out and date like real people did, so I went to the opera. No, I didn't have a date. I just went to the opera.
I was in the lobby and I saw a group of young women. They were
Isn't that where you
professional. They were
pick
well
up people?
kempt. There was one of their number
Do you not pick up people in an opera?
that they were avoiding.
Is that not what's done?
She was kind of talking to herself.
I
So
only
I
realized
thought,
this
that's good.
was
She's
at
already
the
got a
opera.
conversation going. I wanted to think of an awkward starting line. So I hop in and
I'm
laugh.
standing there thinking to myself, how can I make a graceful exit when this twerp of a man inserts himself into my conversation a mano and says, he goes, ah, me too.
I did. We were talking to ourselves.
I didn't quite know how to respond to that, so I
didn't
just
have
kept
to, I
talking
did.
to myself, and he just kept talking to himself, and it turns out he's a pretty good fellow to not have a conversation with.
So Lorraine is very professional and
Sat next to each
very
other
well
at
kempt,
the opera.
and all of these things delight my OCD to no end.
I offered to procreate with him, and he just twitched. So that required another date. We went on date after date after date.
I stopped twitching after the third date.
By the fourth date, we procreated. I believe that is appropriate.
She sends me postcards of our progeny.
Sometimes I like to give status updates on where the relationship is going. You know, quarterly financial reports. I do an income statement, a statement of love flows, and sort of a balance sheet.
She's
where I
thought
have
of me
all
more in the
things he
third
does
quarter
right.
than any third quarter.
Yeah, I loved him more in that third quarter than I've loved anyone in any third quarter. He really is
Our numbers are looking up, and
a sweet little twerp, and I have a very good forecast for him.
we're thinking of making a regional office where we can visit one another.
I suspect we'll make a regional office where we can visit one another.
I once wrote a poem about clocking into her eyes and getting lost in the bureaucracy of her skin.
Talk about romance, and it makes me want to procreate again. Wilson,
got a
Tell
call.
him I want to get it on.
I get calls from her personal secretary in the middle of the night. His voice is quite flushed, so I know.
We are not having this conversation. It's good. My thoughts exactly. Fine over here.
I'm enjoying this window.
Oh. Well, there's all sorts of knickknacks over here.
Children in the audience? No? Fuck your knickknacks.
Are there any of your family in the audience?
No.
Fuck your mother.
Are you hungry?
No,
Good.
I have no more needs.
None whatsoever. Hmm?
None whatsoever.
Are you thirsty?
None you could be involved with.
Oh, too
You-
bad, because I've got a glass right here and I've got some water. Maybe I'll just have some water.
Oh, no, my Maslow's hierarchy of needs is over here. It's you can't even fulfill me at the most superficial level. Forget peak experiences. Nothing.
So you're saying your basic needs are taken care of?
I'm saying you are a weakly interacting particle in the chemistry of my life. This relationship, this non-relationship, is mostly empty space.
Well, if you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, then you must know that above the basic level belongs belonging to a social group. And the social group that you belong to is complete and utter douchebags. The middle one, which is you, your own head up your own asshole. Self-fulfillment, which is you jacking off to your own image.
Well, I'm a perfectly elastic solid and you're glue. Why do we do this? You're a bitch. Let's be together.
Okay. Can't find anybody better. Give me the remote, asshole.
This remote? Or
Yeah.
the one for your vibrating undergarment?
That's exceedingly gentlemanly of you.
Way we roll here.
Thanks for meeting me for dinner.
No problem. I want to see where this goes. Your letters were moving. No, in fact, no one's ever written me like a letter longer than an email.
Well, I have a lot to say. and I'm quite verbose, and so I thought he wants a pen pal, and I need a hobby, so I just wrote from my heart. Ding, ding. And when you agreed to see me, I was like, yay! So I got in the car and I drove 5 hours.
5 hours to see a hobby.
Well, the writing was the hobby. I came 5 hours to see the person.
Oh. Okay, I gotta clear this up because this happens sometimes. Those are all decorative rings, none of which belong to a patronymic wielding man.
No. This was my grandmother's ring. She was married to my grandfather for 57 years, and on her deathbed, she gave it to me, and she said, "If you wear it, it will come to you one day, when you least expect it."
That?
In a way, I suppose. So it throws men off. It does. I either get turned down, or I get a lot of men attracted to me for all the wrong reasons.
Your grandmother is a powerful witch.
That's what my grandfather said. Micah, you are too funny. Thank you.
I like the limes.
They're really good in the water. The way they push them up like that, all fruity.
I don't want to do that at home.
Well, who does?
I'm like a water guy.
Yeah, just pure? You just
Yeah.
like your water pure with no imperfections?
Well, no, you need imperfections, otherwise you'll die.
That's good, I love it.
I drink so much water that when I switch to other beverages, I drink them too fast, as if they were water.
And then like with soda, you get like the burpee, thing.
With
And
beer, I'm drunk after half
I
one.
know.
Thanks for taking time out of writing about your gypsy ancestors.
Wait till you get to chapter 2, it really gets interesting.
I did, I read it on the train all the way here. You have to take a train from Los Alamos.
Really? So neither one of us live here?
You could be anybody. I'm me though.
Of course. I'm me, but
something I don't know about you.
something you don't know about me. Oh,
Past Catholic school, I want to know about the dark times. Back before you knew you were a writer.
I thought I was a singer. Yeah, that didn't go too well.
No.
No,
You're in the back.
No.
You're in the background of the video.
No.
You're in Paula Abdul.
No. Oh God. You were only.
Cold-hearted snake.
That was a long time ago, and I wasn't even a good dancer then either.
You're great.
Did you Google me or something?
Yes.
That's okay. We'll do too.
Ah,
I really like the high school picture.
I yelped you.
I was hoping to get LinkedIn later. I knew you'd come back one day. I knew it. When you came scooting off, I knew you'd come back. And there you are.
Mama, I didn't have any place to go.
Well, fortunately, I haven't turned your room into a sewing room yet, so you can sleep in there, in your old room, with all the handsome posters. It was a dark time, I understand. What did he do to you? What did he do, really? What's the problem? He sat on the couch. We played Tiger Woods PGA
4 months solid. Stay. Nachos. You completely forgot about me. One time you even called me by the wrong name. Oh. So, on what would have been our 3-year anniversary, I came into the living room wearing a negligee, and I threw it off, and I waved it around my head. Did you know what he said to me? I was gonna make a fucking birdie. It's the 13th hole with pebble beach. Oh! Yeah. You think this is not a blow to my dignity?
Yeah. Well, at least I won't ever ask you to wear a negligee. I'm your mom. I'm trying. Here, put your stuff down.
I'm just gonna leave it here on the table. I don't.
Come on, let me make you something to eat. Sit down.
Why do you always try to feed me?
Because it's the only way that I know how to show love. Most mothers would have hugged you by now. I'm gonna make you a pizza.
I prefer you just do the pizza. Such bullshit, Mom. I'm 32. It's bullshit.
Sometimes it takes a while for us to figure out that love is elusive and that love comes when you... Oh, fuck that cliche.
I know. Let's just do the pizza. You want to know some real cliches about love? You want to know? Let X be the number of months that you're together. As X approaches infinity, the likelihood that you're going to masturbate to someone who is related to your spouse, to their image, increases, I'm going to say exponentially. Could be a small, but it fucking raises.
Well, your father's brother is a very handsome man.
I got a million of them. Yeah.
You are still young, Sandra. You are still young. 30 is the new 15.
Answer posters.
Exactly.
Okay.
You have the ability to start your life over again. And let me help you, honey. Let me help you.
With pizza?
Well, it used to, remember when you'd come home after school and
Oh
you
my
didn't
God,
get the big solo
No,
flyer, and you'd cry, and I would say,
No.
honey, what's wrong? And you'd say, just Tito's pizza, please. I
But through the tears. But through the tears.
I know.
Those pizza rolls, please.
Let me help you. Look, get back in the acid wash jeans. Wear the bows again. Start over.
Please.
Except this time you get to drink legally. Let me help you. Sure.
Okay.
Here.
Thanks, Mom.
We're hugging.
Oh, God. Oh,
Center of
God.
the universe, it's like there are particles hugging. Heavier and heavier and heavier. Tinier and tinier and tinier. Until at last you have the elusive Higgs boson. The boson, well, have you heard the joke about it? It must be Catholic, because it gives all the other particles mass.
Chapter 3 was a wonderful chapter, and it explored the abilities to travel across time and space for the people that you really care about and that you want to be close to. I continued to drive 5 hours for about a month and a half, and he continued to take the train from Los Alamos. It was great, and I thought there could be a chapter 4.
I thought there could be a chapter 11 where we filed bankruptcy on our whole love.
Like,
Our whole thing could collapse. We could have arbitration meetings late into the night, lawyers that we kick out of the room at 8. She liked this idea. I could tell because her personal system was very flushed.
You want to know the cynical rules about love? Music lyrics. All music lyrics perfectly sum up love at any given point in a relationship. The happy ones sum it up early. The later ones probably a little more what I would consider truthful. Can't be with the one you love, honey. Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Or how about the one that you're always going to hate some thing that they do. You're
always gonna love something that they do.
You're always gonna love
You're always
something
gonna
they do.
love something that they do.
You're always gonna love something that they do. We are the ones your mother warned you about.